Hello everyone, my name is Jolene. Welcome to another series of our video sharing. Our company helps foreign investors, especially Malaysians and some other Southeast Asians, to buy real estate in Australia. As we realize that more than 50% of our overseas clients are actually parents buying properties for their kids in Australia, as well as the number of increasing inquiries we receive from this category, we decided to share a little bit of our thoughts for parents who are thinking at the moment of buying properties for your kids, whether it's in the future or now. It is very common for overseas parents to buy or to consider buying properties for their children while they're studying or working in Australia. This has been common for the past many years. These are mostly parents who have multiple children or child who are studying or working in Australia over a period of time, and also those who would like to give them an option to continue to live here if they choose not to go back to their home country after they finish their studies. So let us look at some of the reasons or the top reasons why parents choose to buy properties for their kids while they're here. One of the most common reasons is to save rent. This is especially true for a parent with a child who will be spending a long time in Australia, sometimes from high school to university, or for parents who have multiple children who will be coming to study here or to live here over a period of time. Apart from that, it is also the parents' initiative to help their kids to buy their first home in Australia, and most importantly, to build wealth for the family in the future. Many also treat this as an investment option for themselves. Some parents even started really early as 10 to 15 years before their first child is even expected to come to study in Australia. And the rental income that's generated over the years could help with the living expenses when the child is finally here. And by doing so, most of the time, as early as 10 to 15 years before your kids come over, you are actually building an equity for them in the future. This is also because it is increasingly hard now for the younger generation to even save up to buy their first home. So we see that a lot of parents are helping their kids whenever they can. So by the time the kids finish their studies, starting to work or starting to have their own family, the property would have grown in value, and they could then use equity built up to buy another property, or they could upgrade a property. We have also seen children of our clients who have finished their studies but decided to go back to their own country, but continue to lease out the property that they have here and continue to enjoy the income that they get from the rental. In the event that the children would like to stay back in Australia because of career choices or lifestyle choices, political economy stability, or any other personal reasons, they do not have to worry about getting their own home because they would already have help from you, and they can either continue to live in the same property or, as I mentioned earlier, wait for the property value to grow to have some extra equity in there, or to upgrade as they see fit. So if you are also thinking of doing the same, or is wondering if this is also an option for you, the next questions that you might have is, so how do I do this? Where do I start? Well, we can share a few pointers from our experience. Just like buying a property in your own country, there are a few basic self-assessing questions that you need to ask yourself or to think about. To begin with, there are 4 main things that you need to have a clear idea of. Number 1, the affordability. Number 2, your budget. Number 3, how to finance this. And number 4, the time frame that you are looking at doing this. It is not easy working this out on your own without, first of all, knowing how much an average price of a property cost here, what are the costs involved, and what are the paperwork, what are the other things involved in the time frame, and so forth and so on. This is where you could also contact us, whether it's me or my colleague in our Kuala Lumpur office, whichever that's more suitable for you, to get an idea of what it takes to invest or to buy a property here. So once you have set a clear parameters or criteria of your investment, you can then start looking for what is suitable for your child or for your investment purpose. Well, we can't provide you financial advice, but we definitely can guide you through the process of finding the right property with our knowledge and experience. We understand that the property selection process could be very complex and even emotional, given that there is so much information out there, and especially that you are a foreigner, and you could also have opinions from families and friends, and we are always here to help you to set a realistic and achievable goal. So the next thing that you could do now is to think about the 4 questions that I asked earlier, the 4 personal questions, to help you to set a clear goal. And then I will be more than happy to have a chat with you so we could go through this and to see if this is an option for you. From there, we will know whether we should take the next step or we rethink about this. I hope that this video has given you some good information and idea, especially if you have been thinking about this but just wasn't sure where to start or how to start. Please feel free to contact me. Well, now you have seen my video, heard my voice, and know how I look like. You could send me an email or leave me a message on our website, or send me a WhatsApp message and I could schedule a chat with you so we could find out more. Well, thank you for listening and have a good day.